Yeah, it's time for What's Up and About. It's actually really a great feeling to have everyone in the studio like this. I'm loving this. I'm loving seeing Mike, Mary, Edgar. This is family.
The moment you have me in the studio, it's complete.
Oh, you?
Yes, I'm the final ingredient to
Yeah,
the meal.
the cherry on the cake.
No, not I'm the cake.
Yeah?
Not the cherry. Not the cherry on the cake.
I thought you had
You're the AR, eh? You're the AR on the cake, eh? And our chef...
It's funny how my name actually ends with AR.
Yeah.
I think it's EDGAR.
Oh,
I'm good. Yes.
All right. So it's Monday, everyone. It's Monday, and I've already talked about money on the couch there. I just wanted to mention a fine. I don't know if this fine is enough. $500,000. Is that all? Is that all he had to pay?
it's
Plus 3 years and a few months. They wrote 4 years, but 1 year for time served.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
So you know who we're talking about? Diddy. He was finally sentenced last week, and the sentencing itself was dramatic, if you ask me. You know,
It was drama. There's a lot about this because you're looking at a forerunner of hip hop, as it were. This is someone that has been there. From the days as somebody who was mentored or tutored by the greats, from the Tupac era and the Biggie era, down up until this point. Basically, like the number one when it came to hip hop, and with all that he was accused. So it was going to be interesting to see how this will play out. And so the media coverage was off the hook. Journalists were not allowed to record, doing. So what people had to do with was artists drawing and all of that. And so it was 50 months, 4 years, 2 months. Of course, he has done almost a year and all that. 500,000 because that's the most that can be fined. And then the judge said he has enough resources, and so in fact, he had to push it to the most that he could do. But a lot of the drama centered around how the family were pleading his case.
the family.
Yes, that's his kids and his mom, how they were pleading his case on the final day, and how they put up the show. They were crying and talking about how we can't let the baby grow up without her father. It was really something. It was like you said. It was quite a performance.
A performance.
So when you have money and you can afford a good lawyer, for many people, those are two ingredients that can let you get away with almost anything. That's the way, unfortunately, life is. But then I just want to make reference to the fact that we also need to do better as a society in general. Because one thing I've realized about this circle of abuse thing, or entitlement, or certain attitudes that people pull, there's usually a background story. Does not excuse it in any way. That is no reason for you to act in a certain way. But there's usually a background story. I recall Monique, you know the popular comedian, Monique.
Yeah.
She was actually abused by her older brother from 7 years to 11 years old. And our older brother, Gerald, who was doing the abuse, was also abused by somebody else. And so you realize that so many people with warped minds in the society, when you seek the background of such warped minds, you would realize that there was something that influenced it or then triggered the evil side of them. Again, as I said, it does not excuse what Diddy has done, and it's a good thing that is being made to pay for his wrongdoings. Though there are many who agree that that sentencing was far less. But then, as I said when I started, when you have money and you have good lawyers, almost anything can happen.
Most of the quotes I was seeing, Edgar, I'm not sure if you saw these online as well, was everyone saying, man, the lawyers are going to celebrate today, that the lawyers had the best outcome ever. And it was all about the legal team.
Yeah.
It wasn't about him actually being remorseful or him, doing something in society that should help better society. Or I don't know. I feel like community service needed to be part of this. I feel like there was supposed to be a higher financial fine on this? I know that was the highest you said.
The lawyers actually were expecting
and
14 months. They wanted to come out by December. So they're actually planning to appeal.
Yeah.
Are you joking?
Into their minds, a bad judgment. They're planning to appeal. They're planning to appeal.
Me.
In fact, they will appeal according to, they have
With
already
all
decided.
the evidence,
oh yes, they've already decided that they will
all
appeal.
the witness statements.
No, as in that the sentence, they are trying to appeal the sentence.
Wow.
Yeah.
And with the Cassie video, now that Cassie video of him dragging her through a hotel corridor, for me that was already the nail in the coffin, to be honest. And I know that the judge did state that was one of the reasons why he gave that particular sentence, but I still feel like he should have gone for the 11 years, which was the maximum for that particular. No, but really, there were too many witness statements, there was too much evidence, and too many people that had wanted to come forward over time that was, well, they say, allegedly silenced,
So, when there are cases like this, there's the angle of remorse. Do you understand? The judge oftentimes gives his judgment based on how remorseful the person appears to be.
Yeah.
Now, we do not know if it's true or it's from the heart.
Yeah, because there were no
But
videos
I
at the
recall
time.
exactly, Diddy even wrote a statement. It was part of even the closing statement, apologizing, saying that he didn't know better. He thought he had the world at his feet. Is why he did the things he did. That he thought he was infallible, nothing can happen to him. That he did not look at how much it was hurting. All of those. Yeah. So in in any case, especially since we don't have any proof that lives were also involved or stuff like that, in this kind of situation, actual proof, in this kind of situation, the fact that what shall I call it now? The fact that the defendant is showing as much remorse as can be, in addition to whatever it is you said, his family members also pulled in court. It's a no-brainer. Unfortunately, that's how the law is.
I think the beauty for me in all of this is one way or the other, whether we were expecting more years or we had a few months. I think the beauty for me is justice has been served one way or the other. And because there are other ways the story could have gone. There's a way they could just bury this whole thing and then you probably not hear about it for a very long time. And that's why I love the system of government over there. Whether you are rich, whether you are poor, the law is the law. Yes, just like you mentioned, you have to get a good lawyer to actually reduce their sentence and all the rest. But imagine if it was Nigeria. There are so many stories, so many people in Nigeria that have done far worse that are even celebrated.
Yeah.
These people have not even had the opportunity. They know that the system, the judiciary system can do nothing about their case.
Wow. So, and I think another thing that even defeated it was the fact that Cassie had been settled. If she had not been settled, I think it would have been the maximum. But the fact that, he had settled her, he was showing remorse, he was doing this, all of those are there.
Were we not in the country when snake swallowed certain amount of money?
Wow.
How many snakes have been arrested?
How many zookeepers?
How many bush have been burnt down?
I understand what you're talking about, remorse and everything, yeah. But as a human, you need to understand the concept of causality. Cause and effect. Consequences. I remember my first year, I was playing around, I didn't go to class. When I saw my result, there's this song I sang. Yeah. I said, life, oh life. I was very remorseful. Oh life. But no matter how much remorse I showed, I still had to do those carryovers.
Those carryovers.
No matter how much you want to say, consequences, actions should have consequences. And no matter what happens, and that is something that I think that everybody, even as a kid, if we learn that growing up, then we understand that no matter what we do, no matter how much we fight back, no matter how remorseful it is, some things have happened, and for those things, for balance, for justice to happen, then you have to face the consequences.
So, sorry, Mary, I want to hear your opinion on this. Do you believe Diddy has been cancelled? When I say cancelled, do you think his fan base and all his brands and sponsors are still going to be there when he comes out in 3 years?
So before I answer you, let's go to R. Kelly. R. Kelly's music is timeless. People still listen to it. Yes, some platforms removed it, all of that, but his music is timeless. Now, the case with Diddy, though, is not even about timeless music. It's about his level of influence. In fact, I feel one of the reasons he got this sentence is because many people were afraid to step forward that if this guy should eventually come out of this thing, wahala. So when you look at it from that angle, I think you have your answer.
Wow.
Yes, but I don't actually think you can cancel Diddy because
you
again,
can't cancel him.
What I mean is, it's not really about his music.
It's
people who love Diddy is more about the influence, about the money that he has. It's not
multiple
really
businesses.
No, but if it's the brands have gone.
Yeah,
the brands are gone.
Of course.
The brands are gone, of course. There is no any brand that identifies with him.
In fact,
brand that
he started Revolt TV, which was
Yeah.
revolutionary for black people.
Yeah.
It was sold off. His shares were bought off him.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
they kicked him out. It's his Revolt TV.
It was his.
He started it. It was his.
Wow.
But he's been kicked out and all of
Wow.
that. So
Right.
everybody,
Wow.
everybody.
But the money is still his. It's not as if it was taking $500,000 max.
Well, at this point, we would love to hear your thoughts on this matter. Use our hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC, on X, on Instagram. I'll be looking out for your comments and contributions. Let's take another quick break, guys. We'll be back after this.